Classic truck rescue. I just went down and bought a bunch of old boards. Guy that lives off the highway down the street has stacks of old lumber, and I'm getting ready to put my posts in because we got the crane for setting the posts sitting over there. The bucket truck's not working right, but I don't need that to set the post. We're supposed to be getting rain. Well, it's actually like 100 right now, but we're supposed to be getting rain in a few days, so I want to get my posts set, and I have to brace the posts after I get them up and level. So I got to pound a bunch of stakes in the ground, so instead of going buying new wood, I got those boards for $1.50 each, which is a pretty good deal, and got enough there to put stakes in the ground for all my supports on all the posts. Been checking my holes every day to make sure nothing falls down in there like a little critter. Fortunately, we didn't have any critters. Looks like one of the deer might have went through the rope there, but nobody's in the holes. So I'm going to go ahead and get that crane fired up, start dragging posts over here. Oh, also you want to put 6 inches of concrete in the holes. At least that's what my building called for, before you set your posts, and then of course gravel after that. But let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and show how to set the first post, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that far corner post over there first, then I'm going to go over there and set that one, and then I'm going to go over to this corner and set that one, because I need to make sure the first one is 96 feet away from the second one, and I need to take a diagonal measurement from the first one to the third one to make it sure that it's 107 feet 4 inches, something like that. I'll double check, got my plans, but I'll show you how to get the corner set up, and then it's just 12 foot on center in between all the other ones. I'll be back.
So we're out here today at the pasture. Rick and I are gonna set some posts. He's got all of his building materials out here. Got Grumpy over there that has been working already. Went down to Turner and picked up a truck in him, and Rick's got some lumber on the back of it he's going to use to support his posts once he gets them in. Then we got this crane truck out here that a friend of ours loaned us, that we got all the way, drove them all the way over here, and he's got most of the stuff working on it. Anna, you want to climb in there? Come here. What's in there? What's in there? Come on, let's go check out the other one. Come on. Come on, Anna. Come on. Anna, come on. So we got this one over here. This one's got the bucket on it, which will come in handy. We want to prune up some of those fir trees and get them healthy. Get up in there. What's in this one? This is her first time out in these trucks, so she's got to check them out. What is it? What is that? Is there stuff in there? Does that one check out? Come on. Come on. This one's got a big bucket on it. This one's got a post hole digger, big old grappler thing on it. So these are going to help out a lot. We got Pumpkin over there, Bully over here, the workers. And we're supposed to be getting some rain today, so it's a little bit cooler. Come on, Anna! Got a big pile of gravel here, put around our posts. So Rick's got this all Measured out 48 by 96. There's Brutus Pump Side, which is going on a trip soon to get the fire truck home from Northern California. Judson! Judson! Hi, boy. Somebody had Gopher all cleaned up. Got some new tires on him. These are the wheels that were on the truck that Rick's having built into a GMC, and he donated them to Gopher for a minute. But he got them all cleaned up and... Ow! And I came out to go to work the other day, and this guy was parked over here. So, I don't know if he's bonding with this guy or what the deal is, but this was one of the Fords that he got in a bundled up package. It's a pretty cool truck.
Really start up good now, huh? This one has to warm up.
That one's a stick shift.
Oh, this one I gotta climb out and get the rope off of. That rope right there is what we used to lift the posts up.
Oh.
The claw just holds the top so you can level it out. So,
It's got a gas pedal down there. That's cool.
some of this stuff I really need to just figure out, man.
Well, there's a cable wrapped around the post, so it's not going to be able to go down. It's got like its own winch on it.
I'm saying this should be going down.
Oh.
No labels on any of the controls. Well, partial labels, that's what we need right there. So now we're set to pick up our first pole. I tried to spread the poles out around the building, but I guess I could have put some more down on that end. So now I'll go look at the plans. Jamie and I are going to start at the very corner down there and plant the first pole together. We both agreed that it's something we should do together because it's the first actual piece of wood or any material going in or on or up for the shop. and everything is based off of that first pole. So we'll get this thing positioned, get the jacks down. Hopefully I have a pole the right size over there, because I think I can reach around, pick one up, swing it around and plant it without moving the truck. But we'll be back. First stack of lumber. So your first post you want to chain up a little bit beyond halfway on either side, but you want the little bit beyond to be where you want the top of it. And this one, I thought I saw some splits in it. Not this one. I've got one over on the other stack that's got some splits at one end, and I'm going to put that end in the ground. Now pick that up with my hook as soon as I bring the truck over.
Wow. The heron bird. You want me to set that choke on that chain?
Yeah, set that choke on that chain. Jimmy just hooked up my first pole. Anything to play with. Yeah, probably. We'll be right back. That's our... Come here. That's our first call.
It looks a lot taller in the hole than laying on the ground.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big...
It's good. So I'm going to wait till it rains, and then I'm going to come out here and make sure they're level, because if they're not, I can square them up with the tractor and then brace them. I was telling Jamie one of the main reasons that I wanted her to help me put this first post in, aside from it being the first piece of the building to go up,
It's because of my muscles.
It's because what?
My muscles.
Yeah, because she's got muscles. and also this is the most, to me, it's the most important part of the building. It's like the cornerstone. If this was a stone building we were making out of stones, this would be the cornerstone. But everything that comes in after this depends on the accuracy of this. So it's perfectly square. Show them, honey. Show them what we got. Perfectly square. I mean level. And I'm pretty sure it's perfectly square.
Oh, it's a little off. If you just lean into it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll come back and make sure that's perfectly level when we get back. Right now we're going to unhook it and we're going to start working on another one. The next one to go in is going on the diagonal opposite corner. And the reason for that is because that has to be 107 inches, wait, 107 feet and 4 inches.
It's our service truck.
Yep. It's working out pretty good. Classic truck rescue. Been a while since I put up a video, but I have a ton of footage that I could convert into a video, or about 3 or 4 of them. Anyways, just wanted to show you an update on the building progress. I've got my 4 corner posts in, and those are the hardest ones because you got to make absolutely sure everything measures right, width wise, length wise, and diagonally. So you got to measure from one corner to the next, but it's all square, and we've got the biggest posts, or those center ones that go on the ends at the peak, and got those in. Now it's just a matter of planting a bunch of 6x8s all the way around in the spaces in between them. This thing's really helped out a lot. Had a couple issues with it, but the time that I've spent working on it and smoothing out issues with it, it's more than made up for by helping us. It's designed for setting posts, so real blessing to have that. Very grateful for it and thankful. And there's my flagpole. We went out and got a tree, and when the guy was drilling the holes out here, we had him drill one extra hole for our flagpole that'll be out between the road and the building, actually next to the building, but it's a big one. I'm gonna trim it up a little bit. I've got all the hardware to put on it, and be cool to have a flag flying out here right next to the building in the middle of the pasture. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Oh, also, the blue Ford with the 302 4-barrel and the 3 in the tree is running and driving really good, and that dent is the worst part of the whole body. It's not a rusty truck. Other than that dent, it's very straight, and that thing just goes like crazy. Kind of fun to drive too with the 3 in the tree. Grumpy, the 1-ton dually, has been serving us real well. We took it to rescue a truck and been using it for, you know, doing jobs around the ranch and stuff, working real good. The other truck, the F250 Lariat Camper Special, is running much better. So all those trucks, well, Grumpy's not available because we're keeping that for a farm truck, but the blue Ford and the maroon one that was in my 3 Fords in 1 day rescue video are still available. And got another one I'm going to toss in there, 64 Ford short bed fleet side, that's pretty cool. We call it Little Red Riding in the Hood. Anyway, if you're interested in any of those trucks, Rick at classictruckrescue.com for information. Thank you. Also, I had a guy, and I moved all my building materials out here. It just made sense to have them where the building's going. But also, I've had a couple of people tell me they didn't realize that subscribing doesn't cost you anything. If you hit the subscribe button, all that does is it helps me out, and it lets you get notifications when I post a new video. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It's not like a magazine subscription or anything like that. So if you enjoy our videos, please do subscribe. We certainly appreciate it. And we'll have a flag raising ceremony pretty quick out here. We're getting ready for a party out here on the Saturday, so it's kind of hard to juggle between filling orders, building a building, and planning a party. But also, here in the next week or two, making a trip down to Northern California to pick up Slinky, the I believe it's a 55 Seagraves V12 tandem rear steer, tiller steer fire truck. And my buddy Steve's going to be stopping by here in about 10 minutes, and we're going to figure out how we're going to go about that. Classic Truck Rescue. We've been in a heat wave here in Oregon, and so it's been kind of slowed me down on the building progress out here, because it takes a lot out of you when the sun's beating directly down on you like that. There's not really too many shady areas out here, but today and yesterday, that's been complicated by smoke and haze from all the wildfires down in California and up in Washington, and it's all coming this way. Some of the schools have their outdoor activities canceled for today, and on the news they're saying don't go outside, but I have to go outside. I must. So I'm gonna and it is kind of hard to breathe. Anyway, good thing I quit smoking 7 months ago. That's for all the people that have been asking me how I'm doing on that. I'm doing good. Thank you, Lord, for the strength and getting rid of that, because I didn't need it. and I feel a lot better, but it is still hard to breathe today. This is the river rat. We picked this up for 200 bucks. Sitting in the bushes beside someone's garage, and it had hit a deer. Well, it didn't hit a deer. Somebody that was driving it hit a deer a long time ago, and then something else happened to it, and it was given up on and put aside. And it had 2 flat tires on both of them on this side, and we picked it up for 200 bucks. Went over there, got it running, put some gas in it, put a new battery in it, and it still got good tags on it. It was unloved because it got ugly. But we call it the river rat, and our sole purpose in getting this was to hop around the property and go back to the river in, because we used to have people stand on the back of Yunkin, stand on his mower deck back there, but that's not the safest way to cross streams and stuff. This guy gets across the stream just fine, and you can put 4 people, heck 5 if you want, and their gear in the back of it, we just leave the fishing poles and the tackle boxes in there, and it's been real handy. So today I've got it parked in the shade next to this cherry tree that I still got to trim up a little bit, but I'm glad we were able to keep and save. But what I'm doing is I just got an ice chest full of ice, and I got this. If I set it out here in the sun, the ice will melt all the time, and I just keep putting ice cubes in it. That way I can stay hydrated. I'm going to set the GoPro up on the tripod right here on the tailgate, and just video me putting in. I've got all the difficult posts in now. All the corner posts are in, the big center posts are in, so it's gonna go a little faster. All the ones I'm doing now are the same size, kind of a medium sized pole, and try to get these in because we're having a party Saturday, and I don't want to have these 4-foot 18-inch diameter, actually 4.5 foot 18-inch in diameter holes open for people that are walking around after they've been enjoying the band and the music and all that. It's going to be a neat party. Jamie's putting it on, and looking forward to seeing a lot of our friends and stuff. And anyway, I'm going to get back to work. And that is a busy machine right there. You got to remember everything to do and what order to do it in. I get why there's 2 or 3 people standing around when one of those is going, because it really takes a few people to operate easily. One person can do it. It's just a lot of walking around and flipping switches and buttons and all that, but we're grateful to have it, very thankful to have it. Thank you, Lord, for providing everything that you do. That one over there is going to come in handy on the other side of the dump truck there, but this helps. So with that said, I'm going to get to work and set up the GoPro, and let's see how many posts we can get in today. I've got 8 posts in, 5, 6, 7, 8, yep, and I've got 24 posts total due, so that means I am a third of the way there. Let's see if we can do 2/3 in one day. That would sure help, and I'll be sure to hydrate a lot. I'll be back. Well, an hour and a half later, I just got the pole truck running. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have these old trucks to use to put this building up. But they do require some attention. And this thing was starting up perfectly. And it would run perfectly for about 5 seconds, and then it'd shut off. And I'm not a diesel mechanic. And I've always told people that I'm not a diesel mechanic. So I'm not familiar with everything on big diesel trucks. I'm just not. But this where the fuel pump, and that guy right there, that zip tie had fallen off, so that lever that it's attached to was all the way up, and I saw the zip tie out. I remembered someone saying something about the zip tie needing to be on there, so I put it on there and fired right up. We're going good now. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the GoPro back up. Also, I added a whole bunch of new gas to it, and I think I reset the computer. But I'm gonna set the GoPro back up, turn my music back on, and get to setting some poles. Probably gonna have to work into the night tonight. I'll be back. Oh boy, it's hot out here. Anyways, that's 2 more in. I'm gonna leave the truck there and see if I can sneak one more out of the stack from behind there and plant it in that hole right there. And then I'll have to drag those down to the other end with the tractor. Anyways, making progress. Lunchtime. Peace out. That's our Papa beaver right there. Sawtooth. He's the biggest member of the family. There's 4 of them. Sawtooth, who's the dad. And then, oh, there's one of the babies. It's either Woodrow or Splinter hanging out with Dad there. And then the mom is Chipper. And then, so Dad's Sawtooth, Mom's Chipper, and then the babies are Woodrow and Splinter. One of the babies is very friendly. He'll come right up to you when you're out there filming or looking around, whatever. That's where their home is right there. I think that was Chipper going into their home. You can't really see it good right now, but they've got a pretty big den right there. That's one of the babies right there. Oh, that is Sawtooth. No, that's chipper. See, Sawtooth, his whole top of his head's tan. It is Sawtooth. He's coming right over here to see what's up. Hi, buddy. How you doing, Sawtooth? He's a big old boy. He's a big one. See, this is their other house over here.